What's up, guys? This is Paul with 12 Volt Review, and today we're looking at the Pioneer AVH-X4500BT. This is Kenwood's first in line with a 7-inch screen and built-in Bluetooth. This radio has a 1-year warranty. The price averages around $449, and it's got several other features. And I guess before we get anything, we'll look and see what's inside the box, and then we'll get it mounted up, and we'll see what the radio itself looks like from the back, and then we'll turn it around and power it up and kind of go through all the features. So let's look in the box and see what we got. Alright, open the package up. First thing I pull out some installation screws. This is the microphone. This is for the Bluetooth. You mount this somewhere, and when you talk, it goes in the microphone and it goes in the radio. When they talk, it comes out to all your speakers. Here's the remote control. Let's see. This is the USB extension harness. USB, looks like about 3 feet long there. And we got the power plug. This is the power plug for the radio. Let's see what else we got. We got the manual. Pretty hefty, but it comes in several different languages. Let's put this off to the side. It's got the warranty card. Like I said, it has a 1-year warranty. And there's another paper in here. This looks like this is for people. If you have an iPhone 5 or iPod Touch 5 or 5th generation, this gives you a little bit of instruction for that. It says a firmware update is required to perform the following functions, which is app radio mode and streaming Pandora. So if you purchase this radio, you might want to go to the Pioneer Electronics.com website, look up this radio and go to their firmware section and go ahead and update it. And that way, if you have an iPhone 5 or 5th generation iPod Touch and stuff, you can better use it. This gives you all the information on that. Let's see here. Pull the radio out. Nothing else in the box. We'll send it off to the side. Got the styrofoam. Pull it out to the little styrofoam looking bag here. And there's the radio. Oops. Set that down there. Alright, we got it out of the box and all the different stuff here. Let's get it mounted up, and we'll see what the backup looks like, and then we'll swing it around, power it up, and we'll go through all the features in just a second. Alright, we got it all mounted up here, and I guess as usual, we'll start from the top left hand side here and just work our way across, and I'll show you all the plug-ins on the back of the radio. We got the FM antenna. That's for FM radio stations. Your vehicle may require an adapter to receive radio stations. This plug-in right here is for the reverse camera. That's an optional feature. You can purchase a reverse camera, and you can plug it in. That way, when you go in reverse, it pops up on the screen, and you see what you're backing into. Right here, you got your front, rear, and subwoofer 4-volt pre-outs. You can have 2 2-channel amps, a bass amp, 4-channel amp, a bass amp, 5-channel amp, or just a bass amp or 4-channel amp or whatever. So lots of configurations there. Next one over, this is your aux input. This is for pretty much anything, like headphone jack input. If you want to run a AUX cable to the outside, you can plug something in and go in that way. Here's your fuse and power plug harness right here. This little yellow doohickey right here is for the optional navigational module, which is like about $3.99. It's optional to purchase. You plug it in here, and it gives you radio navigation. These right here, actually these right here, this is your audio video input. This one, and this one. This is your audio. This is your video. This is your video output, so you can go out to more screens. Underneath here, this is the microphone. This one right here, this black one in the middle, that's your microphone. That's for the Bluetooth mic. This right here, this little black input, is for the wired remote. If you have a vehicle with steering wheel controls, you can purchase an optional module that will plug into here. That way you can work the new radio with your steering wheel controls. Because after you unplug your factory radio, those features stop working unless you get the module. And last but not least, this is the 5-volt USB output. You can plug in a thumb drive, or you can plug in that 3-foot cord, come around, drop it out somewhere, plug your thumb drive in it, or you can go ahead and plug in your iPod If you do have an iPod, you will need to purchase an optional cable, which runs around $40 to $50, depending on where you get it from. And that's pretty much it for the back of the radio. I don't see any other plug-ins. Let's get it turned around and get it powered up, and we'll see what the front looks like. Alright, we got it powered up here. It's gone through its little setup here. And first thing it goes into is what's called a demo mode. And as like I've always said in all previous videos, if you have a radio that has demo mode, that will be the very first thing you turn off. Because after a few seconds, no matter what you change, it just erases it and goes back into demo mode. Alright, let's see, press the screen, and we got the off here. Excuse me. By first look at it, it's got a nice glossy black setup. Of course, 7-inch screen. Got the white tags here that you can peel those off, or you just leave them on. It just lets you know what kind of features it has. This is, of course, touch screen. It's got a 7-inch screen, and unfortunately, it goes this way, not all the way across, even though it is 7 inches that way too. Got a nice little shelf there for the buttons that kind of protrude a little further from the case here, or the face. We start from the left-hand side. We got the source, which also, if you press it and hold it down, it kind of shuts the radio off into a standby mode. But you press source and you go through your radio, Bluetooth, aux, and back to radio. And of course, if you have CDs or DVDs, iPods plugged in, it gives you more features to cycle through. The next button here, these are the volume buttons. Volume up and down. Mute, that's like if you go up to a drive-through window, you can just press mute and it'll mute the sound for you. This center button here with the 4 little squares is your home button, and it goes and has all your icons right there on one screen. Instead of hitting the source button several times, you just hit home and you can select what you want to go through. Mode, display off or on. That's basically all it has. Here's your track forward, also channel changing buttons. And if you have a CD or DVD, USB plugged in, you can also use those to switch between songs. Excuse me. This right here is your eject button. You press it, and it gives you the option to go, if you want to eject your DVD or CD. As you can see, it's right here on top. So you can press it, and it'll close back up. Got a picture of a lane there. If you press it again, and you press this button over here, you can select the angle that you want the radio to sit at. Alright, that's all for those buttons. I guess we'll start with the radio screen. If you'll be listening to radio, you got your presets here. This is also your channel changing buttons here. These little arrows point off to the side. Tells you what frequency you're on. If it's a stereo. Got your clock here, FM 1, FM 2, back to an AM. You can just back and forth. So that way you can program 18 FM stations and 6 AM stations. Over here you got your phone icon. You click on it. Once your phone is paired to the radio, it'll show your phone book on here, missed calls, received, and you can make phone calls out of the little phone icon. Underneath here you got your EQ settings. Click on it and you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 band equalizer. And then all you do is just touch on the screen where you want to adjust it at. Or you just set them flat and start over. Something like that. However you want to set it, you can give you tons to play with. You get super bass, powerful, natural, vocal, flat, custom 1 and custom 2. Custom 2 gives you a second optional EQ setting, or you can go back to custom 1 and it remembers what you had before. So different songs sound differently, and it may sound better on custom 2 than it did on custom 1, or vice versa. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see the audio section. We didn't skipped all the radio and went straight into the settings. Okay. Got your fader and balance. That's front, back, left, and right. Graphic equalizer was just in that. Sonic center control. I guess it's just where it's centering you or the passenger in the vehicle. I guess that's what that means. Loudness, we got off, low, mids, and highs. Now it just gives you more pronounced output, makes it louder. You can turn your subwoofer off or on from here. Like if you didn't want the subwoofer to play at all, you just turn it off like if you're in a school zone or somewhere. If you have it on, then it gives you level control, which goes to level 6 and probably -6. Oh, no, it goes to 24. So you have plenty to choose from on that. So 0, and your frequency goes as low as 50 all the way up to I think 125, yeah. So you can play with that and make it sound just the way you want to for the subwoofer. Bass boost, it gives you a little more oomph in the bass, makes it a little harder hit. High pass filter, that's if you want to really adjust how you feel any less highs going through your front speakers. And I think that's all for the audio section. This next one here with the gears. Aux input, that turns that aux input in the back off or on if you want it off or on. Audio video input is normally turned off. So if you want to watch video from some other source, you just turn it on, and that way it'll give you actually an extra function of the source in the menu. Rgb input, and RGB stands for red, green, and blue. You know, navigation, I for iPhone. App sound mixing. Not really sure what it is. I can't even click on it. I wonder if I can put the parking brake on here. Nope, it didn't give me that. Apparently, you got to have I guess, iPhone or something hooked up to it to give you that feature. Mixtrack Setup. This gives you different settings to choose. Short playback mode allows you to select how long you want the song to play before Mixtrack sends it over to the next song. You know, blending each program in. And of course, Mixtrack is a free program you can download from Pioneer. Display effect, it tells you what kind of effect you want the display to do while it's playing in Mixtracks. Cut-in effect and effect setting, standard. You know, you got all kinds of echoes, reverb, phaser, all kinds of crazy stuff to choose for the Mixtrack. So you get to play around with that and see which one looks the best to you. And let's see. That's all for the Mixtracks. Let's go to the next feature. System language, English, or if you're a different language, you can select that too. Demo mode, this is what I was telling you about earlier. You definitely want to turn it off. Mute, AT&T. This tells you if you want to just mute it, or if you want to be down to a certain level, or whatever. Rear speaker full, keyboard English. Ever scroll. I think that's if the song's too long, it just keeps going across the screen. Pandora Connect mode, that's for the iPhones. You have to plug it in, and Pandora will pop up on the screen for an extra feature. Bluetooth audio, if you want to play Bluetooth music on your phone through the Bluetooth on the radio, you turn this off or on. It's default on. So, of course, you got Bluetooth firmware and updates. Once your phone's paired to it, I believe these pop up on here. It gives you extra stuff to look at. Camera polarity, that's for the reverse camera. Several vehicles or cameras are activated by a certain signal, either whether it be a positive signal or ground signal, and you can select this from there. And video sense signal setting, everything's on automatic. You pretty much leave it on that. That way it's all taken care of for you. You don't worry about anything else. And I think that's all for the system settings. Down here we got unregistered, which I can't even click on that. And I can't even click on that either. Let's see if this will pop up when I ground it here. Nope, can't do nothing. Alright, well that's all for the settings. System, yeah, I was just in that setting club. I was in the system settings. So when I turned on auto video input, it also gives you the AV selection too. You click on that and your video will pop up on the screen. You can either do, click on that, or you can click over here, go to whatever you want to do. This is the Bluetooth audio, so if your phone was paired to it, you could play music through the radio. And let's see here, we got the mode, let's see what else we got, theme. You can change the different color illumination of your buttons here. Let's see, blue, green. Or you go into here and actually select exactly which color you like. It's pretty tough there. Alright, let's see what I've got here. We got this here, I guess just cycles through. See if it goes, you have light blue, it's like white, yeah, it's cycling through now. Background, you can select the different backgrounds they have. This one's moving. So like animated backgrounds. You can also put your own background there apparently. If you had I guess some saved picture files in here, you can load them up and save them as your background. And or it's off. And screen, change the color of it however you like. It's off with that. Let's see what else we got here for favorites. If stuff was plugged in, that's probably one of the favorites is in unregistered. And it'll show up on here that you do stuff with. Let's see what else we got. What's favorites? AV Input, apps. Of course, if you have an iPhone in app mode using the correct iPhone cable, then your apps would show up on here, and Pandora as well, and probably an iPhone or an iPod icon will show up at the same time. Let's see here. Yeah, nothing pops up on the screen there. Rearview camera off. Let's see here. Where's the settings? Let's see if I can turn the rearview camera on. System. Yeah, see, camera was off. Clarity, battery. Alright, so now it should show. Yeah, right there. If at any time you're driving down the road and you just want to kind of look behind you while you're driving, instead of stopping and putting in reverse, you can just press the button here, and if the rearview camera popped up, it would show up on the screen, you know, what is seen out the back of the radio. And of course, I don't have a camera hooked up to this, so here's my camera's messing up right now. I'll stick in autofocus. Anyway, let's see here. Off. Gotta turn that off. If not, it'll keep switching over to the rearview camera every few seconds. Anyway, that's all I can find on this radio. I'm sure there's probably one or two settings I've missed. But it's a really nice radio. It's got a full, almost all the features in it. It doesn't have Sirius XM or HD radio, but it does have built-in Bluetooth, and it is a full-size screen, so you can have a lot more screen to look at. Alright, we got it back in the box here and everything, and that was the Pioneer AVH-X4500BT. The one thing I did notice while I was going through the features is you're not drowned in all the settings that you could, possibly come up. I'm sure there's some settings that pop up when your phone's paired and you got iPhone plugged in with your cable and stuff like that. But other few settings may come up then. But I've seen some radios like this that just go through hours and hours of settings and changing all kinds of stuff. So the settings are quite simple and short and to the point. The audio section is really nice. Has a nice look to it. 7-inch screen, 4-volt pre-outs, and a 1-year warranty. Like I said, the radio's going to average around $449. It's a really nice radio. It's mediumly priced. You can still add navigation to it if you wanted, and it'll be almost a full-featured radio after that. Anyway, this is Paul with 12 Volt Review. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have an awesome day, and please subscribe.